Welcome back, folks.
In the last one, we did the hard part and got the engine in and our jack shaft, and we've still got a huge to-do list, but we're gonna start knocking some things off. So I went ahead and pulled the jack shaft out. We got our sprocket back after getting bored out, and it didn't really want to fit. So we had to do some filing, some grinding. Finally got it to fit on our keyway. I've got to drill another keyway with my angle grinder. That'll be fun for this bad boy. Josh is working on mounting the back of the expansion chamber so we can start working on that muffler. Josh and Jake like to make fun of me because I use cutoff wheels to their full extent, but since I'm such a hoarder, I've got 3 of them that were about the right size that work perfectly for cutting a keyway. So there's a little hack for you.
We're in the process of chopping our muffler up because we don't want to be loud and obnoxious all the time. And we're thinking a little tip stick.
What did he just say?
Tip stick. Then obviously we're going to chop this off so we can still use our springs off of the expansion chamber. So we got our muffler tacked on here, got our cut, and we're still going to drop this in a little bit. We're going to cut here, pack that in a touch, but we're going to yank this thing off, weld our top fully, and then work on the bottom.
Bruh.
And just like that, folks, we got our muffler knocked out. Should be ready for some exhaust wrap or whatever we choose to do to it.
And new sprocket. In comparison, our new one's a 48 tooth and it's gonna offer us a lot more room between the engine and our chain, which is good.
All right, we are getting our brake fit up. We got the jack shaft ripped out, and Dave is down here messing around.
The only place this can go is under a motor mount. Yes, we understand that suspension is gonna hit, so we're gonna cut out a slot. And then you're thinking, well, how are you gonna mount your caliper? And rather than making brackets all the way to the front to the back, we're gonna mount this to the engine plate, which then again is going to go up and down. But I think it's stiff enough in the rear that even if we had like 4 people on the back, our braking power might not be as good when we get some sag, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right.
You're dogging a dog. Dig a dog, dog. Alright, boy, Lambo Jesus hooked us up with these absolutely beautiful rims. Like, I mean, they're good looking. Alright, so now we're gonna take the crappy rims, we'll take them off, put these ones on. We also got a lot more tread for off-road use. Just perfect because we are building this for the off-road. Let's get these things on.
Again, big thanks to Lambo Jesus at Golf Cart Tire Supply. These things came out insane, and obviously we're gonna slap a little paint on it to make everything else look as good as the rims now. That's it for now.
All right, with our setup, the disc could not go here with the caliper, it would not fit On this side, we've got the chain, doesn't fit there. You're thinking maybe we could put them out here, a brake setup, but our newer rims have more offset than the original ones, and we will be running those when we do burnouts, if we do burnouts. So that's why we couldn't put our brake system here. So you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Check this one out, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we have a weak spot in our engine mount, and we have brakes that only work some of the time. So check it out.
Most of the time. Perfect fitment. Should never hit, but if it does, we're screwed.
We're gonna throw a little reinforcements in there and call that good.
All right, we got this guy down here, welding up our master cylinder bracket and our pivot off of the brake pedal down there. So that's gonna sit in there just like that. And we're gonna run our brake line back to the caliper back there.
Gas tank? Yes. Honda Spree gas cap? Yes. I'm thinking it'll slide right about in here. We just weld some angle iron onto the side of the tank so we can bolt up to these two frame rails. Should be good. Got a gas tank now. Jake's gonna work on throttle cable and I'm gonna start working on chain tensioner. Alright, so I made a little chain tensioner here. This piece of device will get welded to the bottom of the motor mount, and we'll attach a spring down here somewhere, keep tension on the chain. Chain tensioner. Wonderful.
We got our brake fluid reservoir tucked away in the front here. And then to show you our whole braking setup. That with our pivot and everything. There's our master cylinder and our line going back. And then she locks up pretty good.
Got this thing bled out back here, so good to go on brakes.
Alright, boom!
Exhaust, chain tension, throttle, brakes, gas. It's hooked up.
So what's next on our agenda?
Let's put some fluids in it, figure out a radiator. We're thinking under the seat so that it's as hidden as possible. Wire everything, couple final details, and hopefully this thing will be going soon.
We also got a Pieggy.
And a bunch of body work.
But
A
I'm
lot
gonna
of-
give that one up to these two. I've done my fair share of body work and I have your hard pass.
Thanks for watching.